Hey y'all, we're Jimmy and Lacey with Finest Camping. Today we're going to take you on another featured campground tour for camperreport.com. Today's tour is going to be of the Outer Banks West KOA. This is one of the newer KOAs, I guess, in their system. So
yeah, it's in Coinjock, North Carolina, which, if you're familiar, you're familiar.
It's not far from the Outer Banks.
Yeah, it's I guess west of the Outer Banks.
If you can see all the way across, that's the islands of Duck, Corolla, whichever way you want to call it. That's where the wild horses run. So if you're ever looking for a place to see some wild horses, stay here, drive over there.
That's the Currituck Sound behind us, and this campground kind of runs down around the point of this little, I guess, peninsula.
It's at the end of the road, completely at the end.
Yeah. So everything here is kind of geared towards the water. They don't have a swimming pool yet. They're working with the county to get the permits and whatever that they need to do that. So in the meantime, all water activities are around the sound. This is a KOA holiday because there are different branches of KOA. And so with this water, they have like 5 piers that go out, so you could fish. Pretty sure you're gonna have to have a license because this is not private property. They do have a fishing pond on the property though, so I would assume for that you don't need a fishing license.
And I believe they're getting ready to stock that fishing pond, so there'll be some fish in there. And
there's a nature trail that goes from the tent section kind of around through the woods and leads to the walking path that goes around that fishing pond. You don't have to fish off the piers. They're also doing some crabbing out there, so the lady in the store was telling somebody how to go about doing that today when we were in there.
So if you want to go out there in the water, you can rent the paddle boards, you can rent the kayaks by the hour. You just go to the store and you rent them, and one of the camp hosts meet you down there. And
then I think they also had for rent the large floatable, or inflatables, like the play kind of sets, or bigger float, not just your typical pool float, one of the big inflatables. I think you can rent those as well.
So all the amenities here are pretty neat. Like I said, it's still a newer KOA. In the center of everything, that's where there's a big playground area for the kids. There's also the cornhole boards.
And the big jumping pillow.
But we did not jump on the big jumping pillow because it rained the day before. It rained
and it had water in it, so I was not trying to get wet. Also in that area just outside the store, they have like picnic tables with the umbrellas because they have, I don't know that I'd call it a restaurant, but they have like a little snack bar area, I guess. And
they sell pizza and hot dogs and french fries and all that kind of stuff in there.
Ice cream.
And ice cream.
Hershey's ice cream, so that is there. And of course they have t-shirts and sweatshirts and
eggs and bacon if you forget your bacon.
Some essentials in case you forget those. Also in that building they have a large area that if you were trying to, have a group event, you can, I don't know if you rent or use it or how that works, but it's a big room. They have like a stage. I guess they can do music and stuff in there. And then on the other end of that same building, they have a small arcade for the kids. And then across from that they have 4 showers.
They're unisex showers. So you basically have your own little room in there, so you don't have to worry about going in and having your showers. And we're seeing that a lot in
a lot of the state parks do it that way.
We're starting to see it more and more in campgrounds. We actually have your own little private room.
It's like you have your own bathroom, basically, like you're at home. And then they also have the laundry facility with the washers and dryers is in that room in that building with the showers. And then the types of sites that they have here. So this is a back-in waterfront site.
This is a site we have right here, so we're right on the water.
And then they kind of go all the way down around the property. They also have the same sites, but with like a patio and the, whatever you call the hard plastic, like, I don't know.
The chairs, like
chairs and tables sitting outside.
They have a fire ring and they have a little grill outside, some of them too.
Right.
So you can actually cook
ours
outside.
Is I guess just a basic back-end waterfront site. It has the picnic table and the fire ring, and the parking area is gravel. I think the parking area is gravel on all of their sites.
They're not the widest site, so if you're looking for something with a lot of room.
But I feel like most people aren't going to be sitting over here beside their camper. They're going to be sitting back here taking in the views.
There's room there. But
there's plenty of room for that. They also have back-end sites that aren't waterfront and back-end sites that aren't waterfront with the patio furniture.
And if you're coming without a camper, without an RV, and you want something, there are tent sites. So if you need a tent site, there are there.
Or
also.
if maybe you're meeting someone at the campground that doesn't have an RV, they have
rental
sites
cabins
that have campers on them that you're actually renting the camper, and then they have cabins that you can rent. So if you're meeting up with somebody, you know, maybe you're in town visiting family and they don't have an RV, they could come meet you. And they have a few pull-through sites as well. So pretty much everything from a tent site to a pull-through site, and they're all about the same size.
I think all the cabins are on the water too, so you can sit right on a
any
little
of the
back
cabins
deck.
are waterfront.
They do have a screened-on porch on the back of it. You're gonna need it because in this area, especially at night when the lights are on.
What are those bugs called? They don't bite. Midge. So they have these little bugs. They
cover your
fly.
whole camper
They're
up.
bigger than a mosquito, but they are attracted to the light and to human beings like crazy.
The carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide is what, because we were reading, they don't bite, but they are
They're just a
everywhere.
nuisance.
When the sun goes down, they are here. During the day, most prevalent bug is a dragonfly. And they're everywhere, and they're pretty cool.
So all in all, I think this is a pretty good one. We'll probably come back here.
Oh yeah, we'll come back.
They do have Wi-Fi. It is free. It isn't the best. It's very slow.
But
we have AT&T, and it wasn't too bad. You know, for being way out in the point.
Yeah.
You can make a phone call, but the signal kind of goes in and out.
For like if you were trying to use it for internet.
Yeah, internet.
But we did talk to someone at the office this morning, and she said, yeah, the Wi-Fi is free, but it's not the greatest, but they're working on that too. She's trying to get...
they're working a lot of stuff out here now.
Yeah, she's trying to get information from other companies to get a better deal or better service. And I guess that's probably it. We did enjoy it, and we like the beachy area, and we like the water. It is miserably hot today. However, maybe a little closer to the end of the summer towards the fall, this would be a great spot because, of course, when you're waterfront in the beach town, there's not a lot of trees, so you're not getting a lot of shade.
So like we said, if you're looking for the Outer Banks, Nag's Head, Kitty Hawk, Duck, all of them, you are about 45 minutes to an hour away, which isn't too bad.
No.
So kind of being off the beaten path, kind of being away from all the traffic and the hustle bustle, we think this is a pretty good area to check it out. So we will be back in this area again. We will check this campground out again. So that's basically it for this campground tour. So if you're liking these videos, make sure you subscribe to CamperReport.com's YouTube channel. Give them their thumbs up. Tell all your friends about them. Let everybody know that these videos are out there for you to watch and learn. That way you know exactly what you're going to get into when you get to these campgrounds.
Before you get there and the sites are bigger or smaller or whatever than you expected.
So that'll sum it up. So like I said, we're Jimmy Lace with Find Us Camping. Until the next time you find us camping.
Safe travels, y'all.